this is a harvest season time. So I have an invitation for you to consider. In about 2 weeks from now, I and many others will be making our way to Jerusalem. And in Jerusalem, Israel, there is a special place accorded by God in the scriptures, whereupon God says, if you pray from this place, specifically one geographical place, if you pray from this place, my eyes are always looking at this place, my ears are always tuning into the prayers of this place, and whatever prayers are from this one place, I will always hear perpetually. You know what perpetually means? What does perpetually mean? Okay, let me read it out in case some of you. It is 2 Chronicles 7. Most of us as Christians, we stop at verse 14. Okay, we all know 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. Okay, but this is verse 14, which we don't follow. Okay, so listen. Now, my eyes will be open, and my ears attentive to prayers made in this place. Which place? For now I have chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be there forever, and my eyes and heart will be there perpetually. What place is that? The Temple Mount. When our Prime Minister was in Jerusalem, Israel, the media caught him wearing a kippah and swatting a prayer request between the cracks of a certain wall. What we call as a wailing wall in the Western world. Alright? For some people there is utter ignorance. Just because you put a slip of paper inside this crack, you expect God to answer you. No, it's not about the paper or the crack, it's about what God says. If you choose to believe what God has said, that the prayers that emerges from that place, my eyes sees, my ears hear, and I will listen attentively. You know what attentively means? Yeah. It's not eating a burger while you're praying. It's giving you his full 100% attention. I'll be attentive to the prayers over the years, not all the time, at certain times, especially if it's a moment like this, because I go to Israel like 7-8 times a year, so it's not all the time. But if it is Passover, or Pentecost, or Tabernacles, then I do take an effort to go to this place called the Wailing Wall, the Temple Mount, and I will make my way through the crowd. And in my hand, I will have countless number of prayers. And I will take a moment to slip it in, say a prayer for that person with that prayer need, and slip it in, slip it in. One such prayer was from a man who was then a husband, having been married for many years, but never had a child. Over 11 years have passed and he never had a child. And he had a prayer request. So I said, write it down. With your own hand, write it down. And roll up that piece of paper and give it to me. And I'll take this out. Those are the ones that we found. And I will present it. Others may consider that act foolish because I am moved by this scripture. Tell me, for what other reason, that while the temple has been totally destroyed, this part of the wall remains. Over the centuries, the first time the temple was destroyed was in 507 BC by Nebuchadnezzar. The second time the temple was destroyed was by General Titus, Roman general, in AD 70. Time and time again, this place came under destruction, but that one part remained. And that's the most holiest portion that the Jews still behold this day. And so I will be in Jerusalem 2 weeks from now, Feast of Tabernacles. And my request to you is, my invitation to you is, if you have a family member who's not yet saved, then find a piece of paper, write the name of this person, be it your father, mother, brother, sister, son, daughter, uncle, auntie. Write the name of this person, the full name. Roll it up, give it to me. I will be around this. I will bring it over. No other. This is not for, this is from death, salvation. Strictly salvation. That's the only conviction I carry. That's the only prayer that I have to do to bring the Alright, so October 10, 11, 12, we'll be coming back here again. We have a World Worship Festival with Harmony Bosky and Rachel Bosky. So during the time, you can either drop it off in the offering bag or you can hand it to after service. Alright, so don't give me stacks of paper because I cannot stick it in. Okay? Don't bring A4, okay? Slip of paper, roll it up. And you and I must come into agreement that 2 Chronicles 7 and verse 15 still stands. The prayer scripture from that place stands. God gives. Not only that, we are in the harvest season, remember? This is the Feast of Tabernacles, harvest season. So we will ask God to do what He does best. How did He bring you today? Ask me how I came to Jesus, and I have a story to tell. Ask my brother, with the Lord now, how he came to be with the Lord, and he has got a story. I mean, these are impossible personalities who, under normal circumstances, would never succumb themselves to the Lord, and yet they have. I'm one. The Lord has His way. He has the right hope for the right person. Okay, and He knows precisely what hope. And then He hoped me. Honestly, I could promise. And He really did. And I believe He's correct. The Lord has the right hope for each one of our family members, but we must believe, one, that this is a harvest season, two, that we present this prayer at the right place at the right time. So, October 10, 11, 12, you are on board. So that's the second thing that we learn from this story. The third thing that we learn from this story is that finally, as Elisha summons the woman, go down and sell. She sells, makes a happy profit, and she could have succumbed to the temptation. Maybe I don't have to pay off the debt first. Let me pay off the profits. So for those of us who are caught in a debt right now, if the Lord does indeed visit you miraculously and provides you cash from an unknown source, the exact amount you need, what will you do? Will you take the money and pay off your debt, or will you say, wow, great, I'm old, I will do something else? That's the religion. Which is why the Lord cautioned us in the Lord's Prayer, after having said, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive those who owe us. And lead us not into temptation. What temptation? The temptation to borrow. To borrow is a temptation, my people. We all face that temptation. You face it. The question is not if we face the temptation. The question is if you fall into it. Lead us not into temptation. In other words, don't allow us to walk into blindly and fall into the trap. Please, don't let me walk we realized that we needed to raise 1.5 million US dollars. And when the announcement was given, many from here started to bring in their seed offerings from as low as 100, 500,000, 10,000, 100,000. People started to give. And in the first phase of this city, we received over 800,000 US dollars. Just like that, all in a matter of days. The day the announcement was given, okay, now we can start spending. In a matter of days, 800 over 1,000 given. And then it stopped. Meaning, we were at the halfway mark. And all the people that I know who would give it. So in the natural, I faced a temptation. And the temptation was, if I should call a friend of mine in Indonesia, someone that I've known since 1998, one of the wealthiest men in Indonesia, top says he's one of the top 5. I have been discipling him since 1998. Like once every month, I will go to his home, bring his family together, sit down, do the scriptures with them, pray with them, give him counsel. God willing, this man might end up being the next president of Indonesia. So I was tempted if I should call this man and ask him to lend the other half of the money, 800,000. He would gladly say yes. In fact, if I ask him, not only will he say yes, he says, take it as it. He would have said that to me. Because all through the years, I've kept my relationship with him pure. Never once have I ever crossed my line. In other words, I've kept my relationship with this man strictly spiritual. Never once did I ever, he had made countless offers, I never took it up. For one simple reason, I did not want to compromise my confidence. And I made that very clear. And because of that, he respected me. And so this relationship continues. And in his darkest moment, he would call me from wherever and he would ask me, can you pray and let me know what God is saying about this? Even to this day. He's a good friend of Donald Trump. Some of you, I have to avoid that. He and Donald Trump are partners together. They're building a golf course in Parliament. Whatever that is worth. Back to the story. So the temptation was so very real that I called it. And I said to him, I'm facing this temptation. Get him to the guy. We prayed and we realized that no, this is not good. I don't want to step out of God's perfect and step into God's permissive will. I don't want to do that. So the temptation was so real. But all I had to do was get my handphone, send it WhatsApp. That easy. But I resisted. Manu, my wife, was even more insistent. You started with the Lord, you will finish with the Lord. Philippians 1 and verse 6, what he starts, and I have a covenant with the Lord that when it comes to his project, I will answer people once. I told him again and again, never make me go before the people a second time to ask for money, second time. Don't tell me. I will ask people once and then I will leave it. After that is you and them. You have to speak to them. I will not go back a second time. Because that's the only way I know that you are in this. Otherwise, how will I ever know if it was you who made the people give or it was my persuasion that finally made the people give? I will never know. And I will live with it. I don't want that kind of life. I want to know that God is with me. And so I said, okay, Lord, here we go. Between you and I now. It's miraculous. 2 weeks passed by. And the rest of the money came from a person I've never even met. We was so moved by the Lord, and he was so very clear about having heard from the Lord, he just filled it up. I imagine if I had given myself to the today I celebrate. I rejoice. Because God kept me here. Because I was God. The temptation was so very real. Switch. Now temptation is something like this. You can't stop a bird from flying over your head. Bird is free to do that. But you can stop the bird from building a nest. Yes? Yeah. So temptations are useful. Satan being Satan. He wants to get you out from God's perfect will and put you into God's purpose. That's what Satan is good for. As long as he can get you out of God's perfect will, then you are useless against him. I think that is useless. Useless. I'm thinking about a certain couple that I've known maybe over 30, 35 years now, who got themselves into a huge mortgage. A 3-member family. They got a house as large as a mansion. And to this day, they're paying off the debts. My question is, why do some Christians borrow as if they're going to live forever? Why do you borrow as if you're going to work forever? Why do you borrow as if you're going to walk forever? Amen? My brother was 21 when he died. That age to die? No. That's the age to live. But he died. But in our borrowing, we borrow as if we are going to live forever, work forever. What if you lose your job? And then what happens? What if you have an accident, you can't walk anymore? What happens then? But the real problem is not that. The real problem is when you mortgage yourself for life, you mortgage 3 other things. You mortgage your time, you mortgage your talent, you mortgage your treasures. This person that I'm thinking about in my mind now, this person can never carve out time. If God speaks to him, I want you to be in a mission for 6 months. I want you to be in Nepal for 6 months. This person can never do it. He can't. Cannot get himself off work for 6 months. No pay, can't do that. So what if God is asking you? So not only is your property given away to the bank as collateral, so is your time, your talents. What if you are a gifted man and God wants to use your gifts to do a certain thing in the kingdom? You're not free at it. You are stuck. You are caught. And treasures. I asked this person, do you still tithe? Yes. He was quick to answer, yes. So I said, all right, good. What about offerings? Huh? What about offerings? No, we don't have a budget for that. We have a budget for size, we don't have a budget for offering, I said. But that's not God's word command us. In Malachi chapter 3, did not God accuse his people? Have you not wrought me? What where have you wrought me? In tithes and in offerings. Tithes is what we have budgeted month after month. That's it. Offerings is as and when the Lord speaks to you and commands you to give. Like today. This is one such moment. When you are called to give above and beyond your tithes. So in this case, this person that I'm talking about is not free to do that. Why? He doesn't have a budget. Everything goes to the bank. So here is a classic case of a man who has lived over 35 years of his life in God's permissive. What a tragedy. What a tragedy. Can this person move back? Well, plans are that both husband and wife must work till they are 65. It's not about the money, because it's about you missing out on God. back to the story. Sell this oil, and with the profits, settle your debts. That was the advice given by the prophet Elijah. Settle your debts first. Settling your debt is your highest priority. Why? A creditor is not chasing you. Even your creditor is not chasing you. You are right now standing in God's permissive will. Get back. Get back as soon as you can. Get back as fast as you can. Get back in a hurry to God's perfect will. That's pretty beautiful. And so that story has a happy ending. And so as I conclude this message, I want to ask each one of you to allow the Lord to do a miracle. And when it comes to death, I realize that while in the case of a healing, He does heal us miraculously. I have been a benefactor of such healings. But when it comes to settling debts, the Lord somehow seems to prefer natural means. So in other words, He allows natural means to settle your debts supernaturally. He does not give you a lump sum one go, but He will now hear your cry. God, I'm stuck on this side, I want to move on this side, help me please, and then He starts to work. And then He commands a blessing into your storehouse. He commands a blessing, the work of your hands. He opens the heavens and still things start happening. That's where I want to leave you tonight. Let's skip all of this. So we begin with a confession. Dear Father, forgive me for falling into this temptation. Was there really a need to borrow? But only you and God can know. My finances are out of control. Help me. Thirdly, I have followed the advice of the unrighteous and not the righteous. You know, Psalm 1, the first thing that you read is Psalm 1. The first Psalm in the 150 Psalms that follow. The first Psalm in the first verse. Blessed is the man who standeth not, walketh not, sitteth not. Whose advice were you hearing when you borrowed? Who were you listening to? Were you listening to unrighteous people give you this advice? Blessed is the man who walks not, who sits not, who listens not. Whose advice have you heard? Your fault? That I've fallen into the traps laid by man. Temptation. To gather more, and more, and more, and more. Until we need a car, you need a car. You don't need a Mercedes. That's greed. There's a difference between a need and a greed. Philippians chapter 4 says, my God shall supply all your needs, not your greeds. 5. Do not allow my feelings to become my driving force of wisdom. Because we become very impulsive just when borrow. Once you borrow, you sign, that's it. Can't go back. Number 5. Father, I've been like a foolish man building my house on the sand. And now in the year of the Jubilee, when the economy is about to collapse, people are about to lose jobs, Goldman Sachs. Last week announced axing thousands of jobs, especially in Asia Pacific. I don't know if you're one of them. But this is the start of many such actions. Last year was Chartered Bank and then HSBC. This year is Goldman Sachs. Just watch. The investment bank will start to act here. The Deutsche Bank is just one prime example. So what happens to you? Building our house on the sand. Number 7, that I wanted to match my friends and my family. That if my friends and my family have a 3-story mansion, I want to have that. Why? They have 7 members in their family. You have 3. Why do you need that? Why do you need that? That I fail to be a good steward of the resources you have given me. We must first of all understand, as David made very clear to us, verse 1 to 39, whatever resources we have comes from Him. It is not ours. It comes from Him. Number 9, God, give that faith arise in me to trust Your unfailing love towards me and to perform natural acts supernaturally. Number 10, as You have promised, allow me to flourish. Number 11, when that happens, allow me to be faithful in my giving, not in my tithes alone, but in my offerings. Number 12, today let Your acts fall at the root of my problem. What is our problem? Greed, and then we must die. More importantly, today we must move out from God's permissive will to God's perfect. Can we stand?